So, hello everybody. So, love you to take you through something here, something very easy, something that you are going to use on fundamental analysis, and we call it premium and discounts. So, very easy topic, and I'll give you first topic here. I'll give you topic 2. So, the first topic is the premium and discount. That is one. Then the next thing you shall do is something we call order flow. What is it? So I'll combine them to make them easy. So order flow and premium, it's just one thing, Then they're one thing. So actually, I'll combine both of them in one. And so let me open the charts. So now I want to assume that the market is moving up, moving down, moved up. So in such kind of a market, there's something we call a buyer's area and a seller's area. So this area, we call it a premium area, and this means it's area of sellers. Then here, we call it a discount area. So here we have buyers. So let's go to fundamental analysis. It's very easy. So when you're here up, we are going to sell. When you're here, we are going to buy. Easy. So this is an order flow. So I want to draw an order flow. An order flow, we always do it in this way, up, or we can also draw it in these two forms. So this area, between this area and this area, this is a buyers. So the up is sellers. So we sell high, we buy low. Very easy. The same thing here, it's sellers, then you have buyers. So let's go to the chart. So let me assume we have something like this. Market was moving this way, up, down. Can go up, then I can move down. So now, this is my area of, when I just point this one, and then there's a specific stuff I'll be looking for here. Be looking for something specific here. See? So then I remove also here. So around this area, I can easily look for, I can buy here. Very much around. Then I can create, then after that, if I start moving slowly this way, I can come touch that area. So now I can start moving down. See? So now, immediately if I touch these guys, then I start moving down, I will sell. Look at this. Immediately I touch this eye, I start creating a new order flow, I will sell. So let's go to, so this is what we are going to use to analyze NZD interest rates. So I want to assume that I have something like this way. Let me assume the bucket created something like this. Then the market decided to go up to this area. Just believe me that this area, I'll look for sales. That area. But then, if maybe, if I come and touch this tomorrow, then I start creating something like this, I can look for buy here and move up. So I've touched my buyer zone. I can look for buy here and this small order flow maybe on H4. So this one might be a day one. This one might be a H4. So that's the order flow. So we are going to focus only on two things. Number one is two type of order flow. The first order flow, the market is going up. Then you have another type of order flow that looks like this. Shall take there and up. So just know that here is a sellers. But when you reach here, you're supposed to buy. when you reach here, you're supposed to buy. So what are you going to look for here for us to know that you have a new trend? So how do we touch here to know you have a new trend? How do we touch here? So you might find out here, there is a hidden liquidity there inside, and we call it a midpoint. Midpoint activate a new trend. So whenever I come, I touch here, I touch a midpoint in a time frame, I have a new trend. So I can even have a H4 this way, move up. So I don't want to talk about the midpoint, but just a normal order flow this way. Let me assume maybe I have something like this. Market was moving maybe at a daily, a high, a low, a high, a low. Then the market decided to move up, created a small room, went up, then touched this area. So here, we are supposed to look for a midpoint. So this market, it can start moving maybe with a H4. Now this is a H4. H4, 1, then low, 1, then low, 1. Then as long as we touch your news, we shall move up. So these are the only two topics for direction. Only these two topics for direction. There we have this one. This is called an order flow, a premium and a discount. So this is a premium area. This is a discount area. So we buy. So whenever we touch a certain stuff here, activate a new direction. Here we have something that is called a midpoint. Every time we touch a midpoint, we have a new direction. We shall move up. So even if here we have something, however good this one is, and it has a H4, we shall move up. Since our source, so we work with the source. So now let me show you another one. Let me assume maybe I was having something like this. Went up. So now here, maybe I've touched here. However good this one, it can even get a H1 order flow here. Come up. Because I've touched my area there. But if I had not touched, now I can easily rescale. There is no problem with this. Now, if I not touch, I can easily maybe sell it off. See? Can easily come and sell it off. Wow. That is the scenario. So now here, that is the only case around this area. We moved up. So we are supposed to look for sales. Maybe we have some in here. Then here, we shall look for something specific here called a midpoint. We shall pick our buys from here. Then even if we get a H1 order flow, just know that the direction is going to move up. Very easy. Very easy. So let's go to any news, any fundamental news that we came maybe like this week. Is from USDCHF and the rest. Having some very good fundamentals. But I would like first of all to take you to USD card. So let's look at USD card. Our USD card was having this type of an order flow on 4H4. This one created a bias. That's the first one. That's the second one. Then here went up. So as long as I've touched that. So that's just to know the news is to go up. So remember, it can touch there and then it can be around this position here. They still go up. You see? Why? Because now our source is a legit source. Our source here, the market is already trading. I have this type of, it's a very easy type of a market. So let me go to news like the New Zealand. Let's go to NZD. No, Euro New Zealand, sorry. EUR NZD. I think also GBP. NZD also good. It's better. So my fundamentals, let me see. My fundamentals here, I want you to see. When I was doing some fundamental analysis on these guys, so I want to mark my news release outcome was there on a daily platform. On a daily platform, or you can also even use a weekly platform. Let me go to a weekly, 1 week. So if this was my weekly platform, I wanted to see, I was having a downtrend 1, a downtrend 2, then I created a down. And so I was bearish. So the trend was bearish. Yeah. So you can see my trend here was bearish. Here roll down, then I was supposed to look for sales and move down. I was not only that, I was also having some, they was also giving me some bullish momentum on the opposite side. Look at my bias. So if we touch this one here, and we are creating an uptrend, so we have a seller. You see, this is a buyer zone. This is a seller zone, is from this area up to that area. So I can mark my sellers. We are only interested with fundamentals. That's my sellers area. So if I go to something like a daily, there's something, where am I going to sell? I'm supposed to sell in a certain area here. And that area is called a midpoint. So here, you are giving my midpoint there. So this means from this row, my high was there. So I've already touched it. And then you can see these guys, we are moving a high, a low, a high. So these guys did not touch this news. So you can see the news release there, then went down. So that way easy, not so much hard for us to determine. So then I also go to another one, another news. There was also another news release around this area. It was here. So these news, they were on a buyer's side here. See, there is something specific I was supposed to look for around that area. And let me go to a 1 week or a one week or a monthly. 1 week. Also, this one did not, it created something called invalidation. This one was already having some buyers up from that corner. So now, and then there's something else we call a staircase. It directed us here. So this one was having a system that was looking like this. Let me go to 1 day. And this one was very easy. Look here. If I was doing a low buyers, sellers, low buyers, sellers, discount, premium. You see, discount buyers area, you're supposed to go up for that day. So I can even tell you, so look at this one. This was on the lower side. On the lower side. That was on the lower side. So that is how we're supposed to come and do our scenarios. So we have some other extra ways of determining direction. Those are the only two ways. So we have another way. I'll share it out here. These guys, look at these guys. These guys were having a bias down. So this means I was supposed to sell. So I'm already in a seller's zone there. Already I was in a seller's zone there. So since I was in a seller's zone, so I'm supposed to look for something specific. This area, this means around this area, I'm supposed to look for something here. And I call it a midpoint. So that midpoint, I'm going to get some help from something here. That is it. That's how it is easily done, or it is easily calculated. Yeah. So you are going to find out now that it is very easy for you to do what? Determine your bias. So two things I wanted to see here. If I am moving up and I touch here, my friend, then I start, let's say even I touch here. I start moving, even as long as I have created a bullish candle there, just know that thing will go up. Even if it is here, it will break above. Yeah, you know, people who write the sellers will know. It will break above. So that is how we do it. So now you'll find out maybe I have something like this, market moving, a low, a high, then will come, enter, maybe it will start actually moving down, and then maybe another one down here, maybe a small wick. Then it might come and create something here. I'll show you how to do this. We call it an invalidation. Then this market can come in here. So now I'll have known what I picked here. Then I'll pick something else. We got a midpoint and a midpoint. So I have a midpoint here to pick. Then on this during news, I'll take another midpoint. Then I'll move up. Very, very easy. Very easy. So that's that NZD interest rates. So I might have another one called GBP USD. Like currently, with the current system that we're having, they come around this area on this guy is here, the latest news. These guys were selling down. Look, these guys, they were selling down. They having a low, a high, then a low. So we went up, then we created an invalidation. I'm sure about this. Then the day of the news was here. So this means the news was already a bearish market. The market was supposed to be bearish. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be done. Also, the NFP, it will also do the same thing. Also going to, as long as you see, look here, went up, down, up, down. As long as I have started trading, look, I touched that area. If I started trading here with a H4, so I only need something smaller for me to be able to trend around this area. I only needed a 4-hour system. Only this 4-hour breaking down. I can easily start saying my news, and then it created something as you see. NFP was here, moved down. Already the direction had already touched our maximum area. Then it started trading. What does that mean? We shall sell more and more. The same thing on these fundamentals. We had already touched something here. The GBP was the best. We started trading down. Low, high, and then it even broke down here. So this, actually, the direction, actually for me, I took my sales here. I added another order here. So it's that way easy. You can only be trading during fundamental days. So these guys, the same thing. Like now, currently, they have created a new bias. You're supposed to get a buy here, go up. I can get another buy here, then go up. Why? I am in. Let's go. If I go to daily, I'm not attached my sellers in. This is my discount area. So around here, I have been allowed to look for a buy here and move up. Now that is it. I'm allowed to look for a buy and move up. So that is how all these news are calculated. Let's go to GBP card or Euro card for the maybe card employment. So we are having some news on GBP card around this area. Was there? So these guys, you see, we are having something like this, a high, then a new bias, then it's up. So these guys created something. We are in a seller zone. Look, this is from here up here. It's my premium area. That was my premium area. So if you check, this become this is premium. Sell. This is discount. Buy. See? The same thing, if I touch these guys here, so their up is sellers. Here up is buyers. That's how easy it is. So you only need the sellers there up, buyers here. So today we're having some Canada CPI. I'm sure they bought up. That is it. So you just only need to understand. So here, the only thing I need, I can go with the H4 and look for something here. You see now, already these guys, you see, already they had already touched to my scenario. You see, they have already touched my buyers. This is my discount area. So if I touched, I start moving, just know the direction of now that news will be up. CPI USD, card CPI. So as long as I touch these guys here, direction is to go up. That is how it is easily done or easily manipulated. See? So be very keen. Like last week, there was some GBP, CPI. It was there up already. So they sold down, yeah? Yep. So that is how it is easily done. Or the same thing you see around also this area, they also did the same. They did the same. They saw they already in a bias. So now, where is my target area? I'm supposed to target around this area. With what? Maybe I'm supposed to look for something here inside. And that's something that is here. Like for example, here, that was my target area. So I can easily know even the direction of news, right? A day before. So we call it a premium and a discount area. It's very, very powerful. Premium and so now imagine now we having some, let me go to GBP, NZD on all those news. Let me this time use Euro New Zealand. Actually, the only time the only time it's like this time, and this was supposed to be a sell. Because, but I'll show you that will be a next topic on validation and invalidation, yeah? So somebody might be wondering, we have already touched our downtrend here. See the H4. One, down, one, down. Went up, down, we supposed to go up. Why? If I'm supposed to look, if on my source here, I'm supposed to come and look for, yeah, look at my my trend, my premium and discount area. I've already touched somebody there up. Look at those guys. Only touching that high. Because if I come and use a weekly, I'm sure it'll be something. You look at the weekly, a high. I will touch, I did actually even broke those two highs here. The same thing, I might also have maybe broke this high. So then I need some news here. So I only need to create a small trend, move up. That's how is it easily done. So the next lesson I'm going to train you is on about validation and invalidation. So let's say we have news on this week. Now this one, I can easily tell you, we look for something here inside and then we go up. That is it. We shall look for something here inside, then we go up now. We cannot sell those news. So we only need to create something very unique. So that is it. And I'll keep on. So the only reason I'm remaining, it's only one. I've given you premium and discount and order flow. The only reason I'm remaining with you is only one, and we call it a invalidation. How it is done, how it is really represented. So have some good time. I'll upload the video on the YouTube today. Money. Pesa inakuja wakuu.